Burton Island in November. It's a little different in November than it is in July. No messy in here. Get used to it. This is what we paddled out here twice to bring everything out for. With the wind and the crazies. Typically in the summer, this place is very busy and crowded. I wouldn't be flying a drone around and showing you all of the sights and all of the island because it would be disruptive to other people. But because we are off the clock, I can show you everything without disrupting anybody because there's nobody here in November. It's just me. Oatmeal planned up. I'm just gonna cook it right in a bag. Boiling bag. Just gonna slide that right in here. Keep it warm. Huh? Representing Vermont State Parks. This is actually my wife's mug. I can't take credit for it, but man, that's good. So I think it's probably due time to give you a tour around my island. Burton Island is 253 acres of land that's owned by the state of Vermont, and it's got 3 miles of shoreline. I just get to borrow it. You can just let them know that you would like to have this island as long as it is November 1st to April 1st. It doesn't cost anything. You just have to lug your butt out here and do it. I think there's 25 lean-tos or something like that. 20-something lean-tos and another, I don't know, 20 campsites. This is the southwestern end of the island. There's this little natural bay or cove or whatever you want to call it that forms. So my understanding is that this land used to be farmland, and it was passed around and changed hands privately. 1962, the state of Vermont bought this piece of land, and then 2 years later they opened a state park on it. They were going to build a bridge, like a causeway, to access this, but they decided that it would be more cool to have an island that didn't have any cars on it. And in the 80s, they built a ferry dock on both ends from Kilcare State Park. There are actually 4 sites on this island that are designated as paddle toot, so you aren't supposed to just take the ferry over. If you want to spend time over here, you are supposed to paddle yourself in. These little trails over to the paddle toot sites are actually some of my favorite trails on the island. They kind of have these tunnely features. Usually you wouldn't know if somebody was over here or not. And you're really not supposed to just barge in and disturb them. These are private campsites for the people that paddled out. You are self-sufficient out here is the idea. But if I came out here to give you a tour in the summertime, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. So you get the VIP coverage. Sites 1 and 2 are kind of buddy sites. You would be able to see each other through the woods. It's not a very far trek from one site to the other, but this is all filled in with sumacs usually. It would be pretty hard to be disappointed with any of these sites. Wow, just look at that. This is where you start to get that tunnely effect in both directions, that way. And even where I came from. This is the only paddle toot site I've stayed at before. It's paddle toot 4. Loved it. And then if we continue, these trails take you right back into the heart of the island, the little harbor and marina where journeys to the islands begin for the majority of people. This is where the ferry ship lands on the island. Campsites are that way. That's where you come in on the boat. This is where all the moorings and marina parking spots are. And then behind that are a few cabins that you can rent, which have electricity. And that's about it. Electricity and actually 4 walls and a door. There's little fire rings all the way around the edges here. So there's 3 cabins. You are right next to the other cabins, that's for certain. But you'd actually have a door with a lock and key and curtains. I think they're pretty cute. Let's check out this little trail out the front of them. And now we've come full circle. We're looking back at the boat launch where I began my journey from. The ferry, when it comes in, rolls right in from that way. Goes through this little breakwater type of thing. Should come back through with a trash bag. I've seen trash in a few places. And then from the landing here to my lean-to, which is called Sumac, it's over a mile walk. So I should probably start heading in that direction. I do think I can say for certain that there is not another human on this island, though. I have now walked the whole thing more than once. I actually walked the whole loop off camera yesterday too, so. Whoa. The deliciousness of a grilled cheese with the excitement of fireworks. Didn't look like we were gonna get much of a sunset there for a little while, but a little touch of something out there, yeah? Ooh, look at this buddy. Warm in here. Yeah. Yeah. Mission accomplished. Bed mode. But brush your teeth first, kids.